Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have Kamala Harris Kwanzaa backfiring as usual, as someone who is even more socially awkward than me fails on camera, which is saying something because Lord knows I have my blunders, as you know. Now, this comes to us thanks to End Wokeness on the good old X, or as maybe 5 people now call it, Twitter. And yeah, he says, quote, Kwanzaa was invented in 1966 by Marxist professor Manuela Caringa to undermine Christians, 2 years after Harris was born. 5 years later, he was jailed for kidnapping. Wow. A couple of years later, children listening, I'm going to reset this quote. It's horrific. It says, quote, 5 years later, he was jailed for kidnapping and torturing innocent women in California. Caringa also founded the United States Organization, a violent black nationalist organization with ties to the FBI. Which, yeah, Kwanzaa is one of those weird things where I've never met anyone who authentically actually celebrates it. Although if you have, I'd be fascinated to actually, meet someone in the real world who really celebrates it. I mean, I don't know about that. But let's hear what Kamala has to say. As she has, I don't know what she's wearing. Like she's wearing a suit, like a plaid suit, which I don't think those have been fashionable since the 70s, but nonetheless. She still has those earrings that are the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. And one of my favorite conspiracy theories, or as we sometimes call them, yesterday's conspiracy theories are tomorrow's truths. But nevertheless, there is a company that makes audio gear where they have basically an earpiece, so you can get audio in your ear that looks suspiciously like her earring. And a lot of people saying, well, she couldn't do the 3-hour Joe Rogan interview podcast because the battery life is only an hour. But again, I know some females in the real world, and I've asked them, and it is my understanding, and also thanks to the Urban Dictionary, I know that women like to, on average, accessorize. So every outfit will have a different necklace, a different, as some might say, bling bling. And I know some females have multiple earrings. And I asked them, would you wear the same pair of earrings for everything you wear? And yeah, pretty much, I think one of them said yes. But no matter what the occasion or what she's wearing, Kamala Harris always has these Volkswagen-sized earrings. And I mean, that also being said, they're not very attractive earrings as well. But yeah, why does she always wear the same pair of earrings? Something to wonder.
My sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Every year, our family and our extended family, we would gather around across multiple generations, and we'd tell stories. The kids would sit on the carpet, and the elders would sit in chairs, and we would light the candles, and of course afterwards have a beautiful meal. And of course there was always the discussion of the 7 principles.
Yes, principles.
And my favorite, I have to tell you, was always the one about self-determination, Kujichagulia. And, essentially it's about...
I think she sneezed. Let me rewind that. Achoo? Achoo?
Self-determination, Kujichagulia. And, essentially it's about, be and do. Be the person you want to be and do the things you want to do and do the things that need to be done. It's about not letting anyone write our future for us, but instead going out and writing it for ourselves. And that principle motivates me today as we seek to confront the challenges facing our country and to build a brighter future for all Americans. So to everyone who is celebrating, happy Kwanzaa from our family to yours.
And ironically, the website that they refer you to is buildbackbetter.gov, which, yeah, they did not do any of that. Have like the Inflation Reduction Act, which caused hyperinflation, which she also signed off on. Yeah, that went pretty well. I got 1.4 million views as well as 26,000 likes, which, yeah. So she was 2 years old when they invented that made-up holiday. And she's saying she celebrated her whole life. Really? Now, one of the first comments comes from Elon Musk himself saying, yikes, getting 3.6 thousand likes. Also have Paul Zazupa saying, quote, Kamala Harris is trying to destroy American culture with her pathological line. Thankfully, America rejected her nonsense in the election. Good riddance, getting 1.1 thousand likes, which is also quite concerning. What was it? 74 million Americans voted for price control, censorship, and big government, which again, that's about how many votes she got. So maybe we should have an asterisk to that because, again, what was it? In 13 of the 15 states Kamala Harris won, they did not require voter ID. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. That's where she happened to win. Now, you also have AKA saying she's a Marxist, getting 739 likes. Yeah, Livercat Media TM saying, quote, Kamala is a fake Kwanzaa is like, oh, I guess maybe is this, was it Freudian slip or something? It said Kamala's a fake holiday, because she's a fake candidate. But what I meant to read was what he wrote is Kwanzaa is a fake holiday with some Marxists made up one morning. Kamala, being a good comrade, celebrated it just like her father did. America dodged a bullet, a very big one, getting 565 likes. Going down more and more. House of Trad says, do you agree? And says, this is why we need term limits. It's Joe Biden, Feinstein, as well as Pelosi. And yeah, it shows before and after when they first got into politics. And then, yeah, now. And it got 665 likes. Let's make it 666. Which, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where they spent their whole life in government. Going down more and more. Sarah Smith says, quote, Mulunga Karanga is evil. It says Karanga was convicted in 1971 for brutally torturing 2 naked women. The weapons of torture include a soldering iron, a vice, and of course a toaster. I don't know why they say of course. Is that something that is just known by default? Got 406 likes though. Which yeah, people are celebrating that holiday that this guy made up. What is it with leftists and always elevate the most evil scum of society? I'll never understand it. Trying to turn them into martyrs. Scrolling down more and more. Also, Trad says, imagine hating women this much. What is this? Looks like this gentleman from the Twilight Zone. Good series from way back in the day. And the text on the image says, quote, imagine saying you stand for women's rights while letting men dominate women's sports and nominating a man for Woman of the Year. Getting 394 likes. See. Genesis Times says Biden too. It says Biden recalls Kwanzaa memories growing up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Getting 181 likes. See, there's any contrarian statements here. I love American News says Kamala lost her mind. And someone says, I ordered these. Oh wow, I ordered some of these to drop in the tip jar at Starbucks, and it's a $100 bill, but when you open it, it says Kamala lost, LOL, getting 461 likes. You also have House of Trad saying, imagine having voted for her, especially Kamala Harris. It says open borders, weak military, runaway national debt, cultural warfare, mass inflation, terrible economy, unaffordable housing, global conflict, destruction of liberties. This is a Harris record getting 6 likes, which, yeah, again, 70+ million people still voted for that. You also have David Sullivan with the pronouns prosecute Fauci saying 5 seconds, listen to her own words.
And I have fought for many who have harmed other human beings. And I have fought.
Getting 24 likes. Which, yeah, remember when she bombastically said you should never say Merry Christmas? Yeah. So not too many contrarian statements here, and somehow she's still politically, culturally relevant or around, so to say. A lot of people speculate maybe she'll run for some position in California where, I mean, she didn't even win 1 delegate vote from way back in the day. Was it 2020 primary? I mean, she didn't even win. She couldn't even win her home state. She's so utterly inept. But yeah, who knows? Maybe she's growing on some folks and they'll vote her in some type of leadership position in California. I mean, crazier things have happened in politics, and I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, yet another cringe moment from Kamala Harris added to her repertoire, her long resume, and we'll see how long she stays, in the news. But let me know. Do you know anyone who authentically celebrates Kwanzaa? And can they explain articulately why? And also, if they know the founder, why do they continue? Let me know, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.